Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So how are you all my beautiful people? I hope that you all are fine today. So in this video, I am going to talk about, do you need fancy words of English to be fluent in English? Do you need those fancy, weird or tricky vocabulary to be fluent in English? The answer is no. You do not need those fancy words of English to be fluent in English, to learn English language. You just do not need those words. I will give you the reasons in this video. So stay tuned and watch this video till the end and do not forget to subscribe. So do you need those words? No, you do not need it. The reason is many people use simple English. Some people use advanced English. But few people, very few people use fancy words of English. Okay? You have to understand this. And you have to understand the difference between fancy English and advanced English. Yes, if you have learned English language and you can speak well, and if you want to learn advanced English, that is fine, because some people use advanced English. Some people understand advanced English as per your audience, but few people can understand or can use fancy English words. So you are not supposed to use fancy words to convey your ideas or message or your thoughts. Okay? Because many people or most of people use and understand simple English. So if you use simple English, simple words, that is so fine, that is fine. You can use it and you can get your work done. So if you are using simple words, then that is okay, that is fine. You do not need to learn those fancy, tricky and weird words in English. So what are the reasons that you should not use fancy English? So if you see any successful people, politician, actor or leaders, businessmen, if you observe those people speaking in English, they use very simple English. What is the reason? Because they want the audience their understanding. They want people to understand themselves. And people use and people understand simple language, simple words. So medium is not important. If they are using simple words and they can get their work done, then that is fine. That is the motive of those successful leaders and businessmen. Okay? So they want to connect with their customer, with their people, with common man. They just want to understand people and they just want their audience and people to understand themselves. That's why they use English and simple English. Okay? So here connection is very, very crucial for you to understand your audience and for audience to understand yourself, ourselves. Okay? So most successful people use simple English. Connection with your people, with your audience is very, very crucial and important to your success. And next thing is, if you use fancy words of English, your audience, your people will lose interest in you. And your speech, your conversation will lose interest, will get boring. The audience will get bored by your speech because you are using fancy words. So if you want your audience to understand and if your audience is losing interest, then it is of no use. You have to use simple words. You have to use words that are being used in common conversation, common talking, common speech. And that's how words should be used in your speech, in your conversation. So your words, your sentences, your dialogues, your vocabulary should be simple and conversation or conversational. Okay, your words should be conversational. The words are coming from conversation and they are very simple and people can understand it, and that's how you can convey your message, your thoughts, your feelings or your ideas, because ideas are important, your thoughts are important, your perspective is important. Okay, the words and medium is not important. So if you use simple English, simple words, simple vocabulary, then that is fine. And yes, if you have learned advanced English and your audience is those type of audience who can understand advanced English, then you can use sometimes. But simple English is enough. So do not worry about fancy words and vocabulary. If someone is using, that is fine, but you are supposed to convey your ideas, your thoughts, and you are supposed to be understandable. Okay, people can understand you. People are supposed to understand your ideas, your perspective, your point of view. So if you do not know any fancy words or tricky words and heavy vocabulary of English, that is so fine, that is fine, because simple English is enough. Okay, so that's it for today. If you want to be fluent in English, then remember one thing: you have to start speaking in English on daily basis. Believe in yourself and keep this in mind that consistency is the key to be fluent in English. Just reading and listening to English language will not help you to get fluency in English language. You have to start speaking in English language with whatever resources you have got with yourself. Just start speaking. And if you want tips, then I have created my last recent video with 12 tips you can be fluent in English. Please go and visit that video of mine. Please listen to that video, follow those 12 tips or 3 or 4 tips to be fluent in English. Execute in your practice session and you will see the transformation in your fluency and you will see the improvement in your fluency. So if you have to say anything to me, then please write down in my comment section, and do not forget to subscribe. Do subscribe, do like, do share with your family and friends. I will see you in my next video. Till then, take care, keep practicing, believe in yourself, subscribe. Bye.